Hello children, today we are going to study the story from class 12 literature book Deep Water. This is an excerpt from Of Man and Mountains written by William Douglas. These are the difficult words, you should learn it and try to use them in the answer. This will help you fetch good marks. Well, before starting the story, I must tell you what is the story about. In this story, Douglas had discussed like how once he was almost drawn and then developed kind of fear and how he overcame that fear. This is the story about the same. Well, let's begin. When he was 3 to 4 years old, once he was taken to the beach by his father, and you know what happens there at the beach? The water comes and it covers the entire area. And the same thing happened with him also. And he was almost buried in the water, right? And at this, all began to laugh, including his father. So this way he was embarrassed and developed a kind of aversion to water. Aversion means dislike to water. But at the age of 9 and 10, when he was almost 9 or 10 years old, he decided to learn swimming. He could have learned swimming at the nearest river of his home, Yakima River, but his mother used to tell him that that river was treacherous, means deceptive. Many people had lost their life. That was not safe. So he went to a safer place. There was a pool at YMCA, and at the shallow, it was 2 to 3 feet deep, and at the deep, it was 9 feet. Right? So he went there. He just noticed some days to other children like how they were practicing and swimming. And one day he went there. He was sitting next to by the pool, and he was actually afraid of going there. And suddenly a big bully of a boy came there, and he simply asked him, "Hi, skinny." Skinny. Why he called him skinny? Actually, he was very lean and thin, right? And then he picked him up and tossed him into the deep end. It means the 9 feet depper. And when he went inside, he was actually frightened. He didn't know how to swim. He was frightened, and out of fear, he began to suck water. Right? He began to suck water. He grew panicky. Means here confused and scared. He was scared, but he did not lose his mind. Even in the fear, he subdued his apprehension that very time, or fear that very time, and he made a plan. He planned that the moment I will touch the bottom, I will make a big jump, and this way I will come out of the water and I will lie there on the surface and I will reach to the edge, right? But it was very difficult. 9 feet appeared him like it was 90 feet. Right? And he began to swallow water and choked. He began to swallow water and choked. His legs were paralyzed. His legs got paralyzed, and when he was there in the water, he felt that the stark terror seized him. The stark terror seized him, and he was unable to overcome that. Like he tried. He made 3 attempts, right? But ultimately, again, third time also, when he came down, then he lost his complete energy. He was very tired, and his lungs were also getting suffocated. Yes, and he got unconscious. He became unconscious. Yes, and when he woke up, he found himself lying on his stomach beside the pool. Now, that incident affected him a lot. When he came back, he was frightened, right? And that fear constantly haunted him. Not only for some days, rather even later on in the life also it haunted and influenced his life. Like whenever he went for fishing or canoeing or boating, where there was water, he was perturbed. He was disturbed by the same, and he could not enjoy his life. So he decided to overcome that problem and regain his lost confidence, and he got an instructor to learn swimming. He started teaching him, but first of all he had to work upon the fear, and for that, what he did, he tied him with the rope and attached to the pulley, and then what he used to do for the 3 months he used to put him into the water and then pull him out, then put into the water, then pull him out, so that he may get rid of fear. And it took 3 months. After that, he taught him how to exhale there in the water and how to inhale coming out through nose. Yes, and as a whole, in 6 months, he was able to learn complete swimming, and afterwards, he was able to enjoy life. Like when he went there at the Hemsville, the lake, there he swam for 2 miles. Well, this time also, when he jumped for swimming, he felt as if the same fear tried to dominate him, but this time he did not let that fear dominate. Why? Because he was skilled enough. He was confident enough. So his skill dominated that fear, and he could swim for 2 miles. And that he finally felt that now he was confident enough, and he had overcome that fear. And finally he realized that all we have to fear is fear itself. It is rightly said that the best way to escape the problem is to face the problem. We should not fear, right? All we have to fear is fear itself. So I hope the story might be clear to you. Yeah, this is a very simple story, and it really conveys a very strong message that we should not fear. We should be confident enough to overcome that fear, and we should face the problem boldly. Thank you.